When a lot of people begin a fitness journey, they end up setting themselves a goal which is far too ambitious. Now, don't get me wrong, I love ambition. I love it when people have ambitious goals. I love it when people set themselves challenging goals. But there's a difference and a fine line between something being challenging and something being far out of their means. Let me explain this and break it down for you a little bit more. Now, let's say you want to lose 1 stone of body fat. In 1 stone of body fat, there's around 49,000 calories. Now, if you come along and you say, okay, I want to lose 1 stone of body fat in 10 weeks, that means that you need to be able or be in a position whereby you can achieve certain things. For example, in order to achieve 1 stone of body fat, 49,000 calories, in 10 weeks, that requires you to be in a 700 calorie deficit, ideally go to the gym at least 3, 4, maybe even 5 times a week, and improve your activity to a degree which you probably are not used to, i.e. 8, 9, 10,000 steps. Especially if you're a beginner, that might seem a little bit far-fetched. So if you know that you can't get to the gym 3, 4, 5 times a week, if you know that you're not able to create a calorie deficit by 700 calories, and if you know that you cannot improve or increase your activity by that much, get that goal out of your head. Get that goal completely out of your head. Tell it to fuck off, because that is not going to happen. You are not going to achieve 1 stone of body fat loss in 10 weeks if you know that you cannot create a 700 calorie deficit, go to the gym as much as that, and improve your activity as much as that. And I know that there's going to be people out here who say to me, you don't need to be going to the gym 3, 4, 5 times a week in order to lose fat. All you need to do is create a 700 calorie deficit. True, but going to the gym, increasing your activity will massively help this calorie deficit occur. Because let's say you increase your activity by 3,000-4,000 steps, you go to the gym 3-4 times a week, that's going to make up around 200 to 300 calories, which means that they only need to start reducing their food intake by about 400 to 500 calories. But if you know that that is not possible, if you know that you cannot do that, you cannot go to the gym 4 or 5 times a week because you're that busy, or you can't improve your activity because you are that bogged down, you cannot reduce your calorie intake by that much because you know that you enjoy food too much, get it out of your head. You need to realign your goals to what's realistically expected of you. The amount of times where I've spoke to somebody that obviously spoke to me about what they want to achieve. They want to achieve a certain goal. Then after about 3 or 4 weeks, they realise, you know what, this is actually more difficult than what I'm used to. I'm not going to achieve that goal of a stone body fat loss in 10 weeks by continuing to do that. It's ridiculous. And therefore, from that point, they end up getting disappointed, deflated, pressing the fuck it button, throwing in the towel, and ultimately just giving up on their fitness journey in total because they've set themselves goals which are way outside of their means. You need to reel it in and make it so your goals are achievable, not too ambitious, challenging, but not too difficult. Instead of saying, I want to lose a stone body fat in 10 weeks, make it more realistic. If you know you can reduce your calorie intake by 300 calories and go to the gym 2 to 3 times a week, then you can probably lose a stone of body fat in around 14, 15, maybe 16 weeks instead of 10 weeks. It's not that much more time, but it's way more realistic of a goal than trying to achieve that in 10 weeks. If you want to get to a point whereby your shoulders are looking great, your bum's looking amazing, your legs are looking perfect, and you've got the body of a Greek god, you are not going to achieve that outcome by going to the gym once or twice a week. If you want to improve your fitness, if you want to improve your cardiovascular fitness, then going for a run once every 2 weeks is not going to help with that. You need to realign your expectations and realign your goals to what's seriously achievable for you. Because the worst thing you can do is start a fitness journey, try and work towards the goal that you've set yourself, realise that it's too difficult after 2 or 3 weeks, give up, and then be in the exact same position as what you were when you first started after another couple of weeks. I want you to use a little bit of maths, everybody grown, to work out how much body fat you could realistically lose by creating a deficit to what's realistically possible. I.e., if you know you can get to the gym 2 to 3 times a week, if you know you can reduce your calorie intake down by about 250 calories, then you could probably lose a stone of body fat in closer to 25 weeks rather than 10 weeks. But the first thing you need to do is just focus on losing that first pound, and then you can focus on losing that second pound, and then that third pound, then that fourth pound, and then when you realise that what you're doing is consistent, you can then start to progress it from that point. If you know that you are going to get to the gym 2 to 3 times, and then you gradually realise that you can actually get there more, start going a little bit more and you'll start to speed up your progress. Starting out saying to yourself, I'm going to achieve such an ambitious goal straight away, is kind of like me starting the guitar and then instantly assuming that within the matter of a couple of months, I'm going to be Alex Turner. It's not going to happen. Never going to happen. Realign your goals so they can fit in with your realistic expectations of what you're able to do, rather than setting yourself goals which are way too ambitious. I hope that helps and I hope that makes sense. If you like this video, give it a like. If you've got any questions you want to ask, make sure that you comment below because I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. And if you want to catch any more free fitness or fat loss based tips without any of the bullshit, as always, make sure that you're either following my Instagram at k.p_health or subscribe to this channel. Peace.